They say God has a plan for your life, but what if that plan includes pain, waiting, and silence? Jeremiah 29:11 is one of the most quoted verses in the Bible. "For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end." It's beautiful, encouraging, hopeful. But most people don't realize that verse wasn't written during a mountaintop moment. It was written in the middle of heartbreak. So why is this verse so misunderstood? And what does it really say about how God works when life doesn't? Let's go back to where it began. Jeremiah 29:11 was part of a letter from the prophet Jeremiah to the Israelites, people who had just been taken captive by Babylon, their homes gone, their temple destroyed, their freedom stripped away. They were lost, confused, and crying out, "God, where are you in all of this?" And here's the surprising part. Right before God gives them this promise, he tells them they're not going anywhere. They would stay in exile for 70 years. Not 70 days, not 70 weeks, 70 years. Most of the people hearing that message would never live to see the outcome. So what kind of promise is that? It's not the kind we usually want, but it might be the kind we need, because when God says, "I know the plans I have for you," he's not promising instant rescue. He's promising eternal faithfulness, not ease, but purpose, not escape, but presence, not control, but trust. That's what makes this verse so powerful. Maybe this verse isn't about fixing your life. Maybe it's about finding God in the middle of it. If you're in a season of waiting, if your prayers seem unanswered, if the road ahead looks nothing like what you hoped, Jeremiah 29:11 isn't telling you to fake a smile. It's telling you God is not done. He sees the full picture. He holds the timeline. And his promises are still in motion. Even when you can't see it yet, you are not stuck. You're planted. You are not forgotten. You're being formed. You are not lost. You are loved. This verse reminds us that exile isn't the end of the story, and neither is whatever you're going through. God's plan for your life may not look the way you imagined, but it's good, it's holy, and it's his. So, how do we live this out? Here's one powerful way. Start seeing your waiting as part of your becoming. Instead of asking, how do I get out of this? Ask, what is God doing in me during this? Begin by journaling about what feels uncertain, then write down what you know is true about God. Replace the question marks in your mind with the exclamation points of his promises. And try this simple habit. Each morning pray, "God, I trust your plan, even when I don't understand it. Make me faithful in the waiting." That shift in mindset from panic to patience, from control to trust, that's how Jeremiah 29:11 becomes more than just a verse on a wall. It becomes the rhythm of a peaceful heart. So the next time you hear Jeremiah 29:11, don't just hear comfort, hear confidence. God's plan for you is still unfolding, and he hasn't let go. Take a moment to reflect. Where have you mistaken delay for denial? Where might God be asking you to trust him right here, right now? And if this opened your eyes to something deeper, keep watching. There's more to discover. More verses we thought we knew, more truth that goes beyond the surface, more of God's promises, just waiting to be understood.